Oh. Okay, here's what we're going to do, guys. At the count of 3, I want everybody to tell us your name and where you're calling in from. 1, 2, 3. Okay, wow, that was absolutely insane. You kind of get the feeling that we've got a few excited people on the call tonight. We've got thousands of people calling in from all over the world, all waiting to hear about the new Star Achiever program, and it's my honor and privilege to bring on the guest speaker tonight, the gentleman that's been instrumental in helping me get to, the level that I've achieved within the company. I've learned so much from his mentorship, and he has no idea what it's meant for me and my family. It's just a testament to who this person is, what he does. He just pours himself into others. His focus is how many people can I help, and that's the epitome of Organo Gold. So what I'd like to do at this point in time is just bring on our guest speaker so we can get into this call so you can share this information with you about the Star Achiever program. So please help me welcome our co-founder and global master distributor, Mr. Shane Morand. Are you out there, Mr. Morand?
I'm here somewhere in the crowd.
Oh, my God, the things are out of control.
Well, that's a lot of people on the call. Welcome, everyone. Thank you, Kevin, for the introduction, and thanks, everyone, for taking the time. The call will be recorded. Okay, this call will be recorded, so as your team, if someone within your organization does not get the information tonight live, some are listening live because they called in. Some are listening live on the internet. Some are listening live on Skype. But we're also recording so that you could go back and listen to the information one more time, or you can also make sure that you point people so that they get this important information on how they can also take advantage of this extraordinary program that we're going to be talking a little bit about tonight. And so welcome to the call, everyone. The call is really designed for people all over the world. Okay, this is not a specific U.S. call or a specific Canadian call or Mexico. It's for people all over the world, and we're so excited about what's happening. And the program is called the Star Achievers Program, the OG Star Achievers Program, and you want to write that down. But just before we get started, I just want to bring everybody up to date with a couple things. For those that were in Vegas, you're probably still flying in terms of what happened and what you saw and the extraordinary company that you now are a massive part of. This is your company, by the way. But one thing, and if you have a pen and a piece of paper, make sure you grab your pen, grab a piece of paper. I'm going to share some information with you that you're going to want to write down. Some of the stuff you're going to want to write down to make sure you understand and make sure you really study and make sure you understand the concept and what we're doing here and why we're doing it and how it can completely explode your business in a positive way, explode your volume, and we're going to show you, again, on this call. That's the purpose of the call. But just before we get started, if you have not heard, okay, this week's Millionaire Mentorship Call with your Executive Vice President of Organo Gold International, Mr. Holton Buggs, the Millionaire Mentorship Call that just happened. All right, you want to first note, go listen to that call. You must listen to that call. He lays it out step by step, what happened at the convention in order. It's just an amazing call. And what does it mean? What does it mean coming out of Vegas? You must hear the call. If you were at the event, you've got to go listen to that call. If you were not in Vegas, you've got to listen to that call maybe 1, 2, 3, or 4 or 5 times. And so make sure everything is recorded. Millionaire Mentorship Call. Make sure you do not miss. If you haven't heard it, listen to it. I cannot stress a more important call that you need to listen to. Whether you were in Vegas or were not in Vegas, you cannot afford, and neither can your team afford to miss that call because he lays it out. Exactly. Tonight's call, I'm going to focus specifically, like I said, and like Kevin mentioned, on the OG Star Achievers program. But here's what I want to start off with, and I really want you to take notes tonight. If you're in your car, just pull over. Pull your car over. You're not going to just pull. I don't want you to get in an accident. Get a pen, get a piece of paper. I'm giving you a little bit of time here. But just as we get started, I want to talk a little about the difference between genius versus not genius, okay? Genius versus not genius. Really, genius is really quite simple. You know, genius is taking a small step, taking a small action that produces a big result, okay? When you're able to take a small step or make a little tweak that produces a major result, in my opinion, that's genius. The opposite of that would be not genius, and that's working hard, and producing very small, little, tiny results. You see the difference? Almost everything that Organo Gold does, we're going to make some small little tweaks, small adjustments, but the results, and this is an example tonight of this call, the results that the OG Star Achiever program is going to achieve on a global basis are phenomenal. Many of you, if you understand as we lay out the program, what it's going to mean to you, what it's going to mean to your business, you're not sleeping tonight, okay? I certainly didn't. We were putting everything together and started walking through. Now, the other thing is that the OG Star Achievers program was being developed over a 5-year period of time. But now in Wave 2, Organo Gold is just beginning Wave 2. We're now ready for the Star Achievers program, where in Wave 1, in the first year, second year, third year, and even fourth year, Organo Gold was not ready for a program like the Star Achievers program. Today, we have evidence, and we're ready to totally explode. And so what you're going to hear is a small tweak that's going to produce major results for you and your organization. So make sure you take notes and make sure you're paying close attention to how to utilize and how to teach and how to roll this program out throughout your business on a global scale, okay, whether you're calling in from the U.S., and by the way, within 48 hours, we're going to be opening up Kenya. Congratulations, Kenya. I heard some people calling in from Africa. Congratulations to Kenya. 48 hours, we're open in Kenya. That is just extraordinary. You're going to see some amazing things happen down there. But it applies to everybody in Kenya. It applies to people in Australia and New Zealand and Mexico. It applies to Canada, the United States, to the Philippines, to Taiwan. It applies to all of Europe, to Russia, to the FSU, to Ukraine, Kazakhstan, to Malaysia and Taiwan, Thailand. It applies. So what we're talking about is the Star Achievers program launching on a global basis, okay? And so the first thing I want you to do for your notes, some of you are sitting home alone listening to this call or listening to the call online, or you may even be listening to the replay, but some of you have some people gathered around you, and that's okay. Either way is good. You might be doing a CJM right now and having a cup of coffee. I hope you're having some gourmet coffee and tea and hot chocolate and mocha from OG, and some of you may even be having your first cup of coffee, and this call will also apply to you as well. And so what I want to do, especially for those that were in Vegas, you know, and maybe just on your piece of paper, I'm going to ask you a question. You can just write yes or no. Would you like to become an OG Coffee millionaire? Yes or no? Can you see that it's possible based on what you saw in Vegas and what you're seeing, the evidence? Is it possible, no matter what country you live in the 33 countries that Organo Gold is currently legally marketing, is it possible, do you think, for people in all of those countries to have an opportunity to become an OG Coffee millionaire? And I hope the only answer is yes, 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 yes. More importantly, do you, in your country, want to become an OG Coffee millionaire? And I hope, and I certainly would imagine that your answer is absolutely, I want to become an OG Coffee millionaire. And now the next question. You see, now don't lie. It's okay to tell the truth, but I want you on your piece of paper to write this question down. Do I have 10 customers? Okay, write this down. Do I have 10 customers? And what you want to do is write the question down. Do I have 10 customers? And just put a Y if you do, and an N for no if you do not have 10 customers. What I'm talking about is 10 serviceable customers, meaning 10 people that buy from you every month, a minimum of 10 customers. That means that 10 people from you every month that they purchase coffee. They don't want to be your business. Maybe they're making enough money. Maybe they don't believe in network distribution, maybe whatever, but they just love the coffee. And do you have 10 people within your community or where you work or your friends or neighbors or relatives, just 10 people on a monthly basis that are buying coffee from you? And if you do have a minimum of 10, put a Y. And if you don't have a minimum of 10, put an N for no, okay? And some of you have put a Y down on your sheet because I can see you, by the way. You don't think, but I can see that some of you have already put a Y, and I know for a fact that you don't have 10 customers. And I'm going to show you the science of how we know this and how we know this. So some of you have just put Y on your sheet of paper. You put yes, but you know you don't have 10 customers. And I know that you don't have 10 customers, and we're going to lay it out. Here's what we found. This is a formula. I want you to write this down. The average customer, the average Organo Gold customer, and I'm talking about someone that just drinks the coffee. They don't go to meetings. There is no training. There is no leadership. There is no comp plan. They're just a customer. They are just wanting to drink the coffee and feel good. Okay, that's what I'm talking. And maybe this customer lives alone, and maybe this customer has no friends. So we're talking about someone that just wants to drink coffee. They have no friends, and they live alone. That person will drink, on average, about 3 boxes of coffee per month. Okay, just write this down. The average customer drinks about 3 boxes of Organo Gold coffee per month. Okay, the average customer drinks 3 boxes of coffee per month. Now, some drink a little less, some drink a lot more, but the average is about 3 boxes per month. Now, if we're talking about a family, that average is going to go up over 3. If we're talking about a large family and they have children that love hot chocolate and they have the 2 adults and maybe they have some friends that live in the house, so they have a big family living, well, that 3 boxes is going to extend. I hope that's making sense. And again, I just want to show you what a customer's typical behavior is in Organo Gold. The average customer drinks boxes. So if you really have, and if you're sincere that you have a minimum of 10 customers, then that means that you're ordering a minimum of 30 boxes of coffee per month. Just to service just your customers. That does not include your personal consumption. That does not include the samples that you're going to hand out to build your business. That does not include the wholesaling of a black and a box of latte as you bring new business distributors into your organization. You see, because the plan says that you're going to personally consume the product, that you're going to sample out product, that you're going to retail the product, and that you're going to sell wholesale to your brand new distributors a box of black and a box of latte. On tonight's call, I'm just looking at the retail aspect. We're not including that other stuff tonight. We're just talking about the retail, just your customers that just want to drink the coffee. And I'm really hoping that you're writing this down. I'm really hoping that you're writing this down because we're going to lay out a formula for you so that it'll become crystal clear on how you can become an OG Coffee millionaire. That becomes possible to really build a real long-term wealth-producing business for you and your family. And so here we go. So here's the formula. 3 boxes times 10 customers equals 30 boxes. Okay? And 30 boxes on average is going to be about 450 PV. Okay, so write this formula down. 3 boxes times 10 equals 30. 30 boxes will equal about 450 PV. So what Organo Gold knows is we scan the database, and for those of you who wrote, yes, I have 10 customers, but if we look at your ID number and you're not ordering a minimum of 450 PV, it's impossible to have 10 customers if you're personally ordering less than 400 PV. You can't tell me that you have 10 serviceable customers if your PV is 101 every month or 202 PV every month. It's impossible. So that's why you've got to take that yes and really tell the truth and say, well, I really don't have 10 customers. All right? And so I just cross that yes out and say, well, I don't. And so what we're going to do, and this is so exciting, is we're going to start what's called the OG Star Achievers Program. And Organo Gold is going to recognize all the distributors in the world. No matter what country, as long as it's legal, as long as it's one of our 33 countries, we're going to recognize all the distributors who go out there and go get their 10 customers. Now pay close attention because I don't want you to miss this. I don't want you to miss this very, very important point. You're already on the right track. Organo Gold is already doing the thing. Organo Gold is already focused on doing minimum of 4 CGMs per week. You don't change any of that stuff. But here's a small tweak that's going to make a big difference in your group. It's going to make a big difference in your income. It's going to make a big difference in your volume. Here's a small little change that, in my opinion, is genius. in your CJMs, and whether you're in Canada or the United States or Mexico or whether you're in Kenya, is it possible, or any other country, that when you're doing a CJM and you want people to join your business, is it possible that some people are going to want to think about it? Is it possible that some people, the first time they hear about your opportunity, that they're not going to want to get started right away, that they're not going to be ready to get started right away? And yet, of course, it happens in every country that people, when they hear the first time about Organo Gold, they're just not ready to get started in the business right now. And as a distributor, you need to be okay with that. You see, if a distributor is not, if your prospect is not ready right now to get started in the business, maybe they're having financial challenges, maybe they're not ready, maybe they're focused somewhere else, whatever their reason, maybe they need to think about it, but they're not ready tonight to get started in the business. You got to be OG, and OG says, we're good with that. We can live with that. We can understand that. We're going to keep in touch with you. But here's what we can never be okay with. And the culture that we want to develop is that you don't have, if you're not ready to start in the business, that's cool. But you're not leaving here without buying at least a box or two of coffee one time. Did everyone hear that? If the person says, no, I'm not ready for the business, okay, that's fine. But you're going to become a customer. That's where you're going to find your customers. We don't want you to go looking for customers and stopping the activity that's causing this incredible growth. We want you to continue doing what you're doing. You're on the right track. But from this point forward, okay, anybody that says, no, I'm not ready, I don't want to join the business, I don't have the money right now to join the business, wonderful. But you're going to make them, that's your customer. And that's how you're going to get 10 people to tell you no in your business, and you'll have your 10 customers. Just get 10 people to say, no, I don't want to join the business, or no, I'm not ready to join your business, and you immediately turn them into your customers right away. And so let's just talk about that. And there's no limits, by the way. There are no limits on how many customers, but what I want you to make sure and what I want to make clear, don't go looking for the customers. The customers are already there. The customers are already the people that say no to your business opportunity right out of the gate. That's your customer. So keep building your business, but anyone who says no, that's a customer, okay? I hope this is making sense, and I hope you caught that we're not changing anything. The comp plan doesn't change. Nothing is changing. We're rolling in the same. We're making a small adjustment that's going to put turbochargers on your. Now, if that's true, now you're doing a CPM, you and your distributors are making money every single night. Every time you do a CGM, you're going to make money because someone's going to buy a box or two, okay? Because someone's going to buy a box or two and get started as a customer every time you do a CGM. Every time you do a CGM. I hope you're starting to see what the ripple effect. Imagine if you know you're making money no matter what every time you do a CGM. How many CGMs are you going to do now? Imagine if your distributors and your team that you're building, they are confident that when they go do a CGM, they know that they're going to earn some money because they're going to at least get some customers by exposing this amazing opportunity to people that they know, like, and trust. Okay, so keep it simple. We're just making a small tweak, and here's the tweak. You say no to my business, I could live with that, but you cannot say no to this coffee. At least buy a box or two, give it a try, and here's what's going to happen. What do you suppose is going to happen when that customer starts drinking OG? They're going to start feeling good. They love the gourmet taste of our products, and it makes them feel good, and that person will order and reorder and reorder, or they may even eventually get into your business when they're ready, but at least you've got another customer, So go ahead, and I dare someone to say no to Organo Gold because I got another customer. And we're going to talk about the value of a customer in a second. If you understood the lifetime value of having someone loyal to your products, again, you could not be sleeping tonight. But here's another scenario that I want to paint. Here's another picture that I want to paint for you to really understand. So the formula is 3 boxes of coffee on average. Some are going to drink a little more. Some are going to drink a little less per month. Times 10 customers equals 30 boxes per month. That equals 450 PV. And so here's what we're going to do. Starting this month in October, okay, this starts right now. If you look into your back office and you have not personally ordered a minimum of 450 PV, we know for a fact you don't have 10 customers. And you could be a sapphire, you could be a ruby, you could even be an emerald, you might even be a diamond. But if you're not ordering 450 PV, there is zero chance that you have 10 customers. And in Organo Gold, if you don't have a minimum of 10 customers, that's not cool. How are you going to build a multi-million-dollar enterprise if you don't even have 10 customers? So there's the focus on these star achievers, and here's the recognition piece that is extraordinary, okay? Every single month starting in October, Organo Gold is going to scan the entire database all over the world. And anyone who has ordered 450, Organo Gold says that person, we believe they may have 10 customers or even maybe more. Some of our distributors are ordering 500, 600, 700,000 of PV every month, thousands and multiple thousands of PV just to service the customers that just want to buy coffee from them every month. Okay, thousands. And so, but we're saying on an average, if the distributor is ordering a minimum of a case, we believe they may have 10 customers, and we want to reward and recognize distributors that go out and get 10 customers. Oh, by the way, there has never been a product in history easier to retail than coffee. You can't tell me that any company in network marketing history has a more simple product to retail to a customer than a cup of coffee or a box of coffee. It's just never been done. And so you've got the ultimate tool and the ultimate gift and the ultimate treasure in your hands to go out and turn everybody that says no to your business into at least a customer. And so here's what happens. Every month, starting October, we're going to scan the database. Any distributor in Organo Gold worldwide, regardless of your rank, it doesn't matter if you just got started today or yesterday or even if you get started tomorrow, okay? We're going to scan the database. If there's 450 PV, we've set your number aside. And every consecutive month that you're ordering a minimum of 450 PV, or every consecutive month that you're servicing a minimum of 10 customers, Organo Gold is going to recognize you with a special pin that we're creating that is called the Star Achievers pin. And for every consecutive month, you're going to get another star. Okay? And the next consecutive month, you're going to get another star. There's 2. And when you, and this process continues. Now you've got 3 stars. Now you're going to have 4 stars, the 4th consecutive month, and the 5th consecutive month. The goal is to get to 12 consecutive months of maintaining a minimum, no maximum, a minimum of 10 customers. Okay, if you can maintain a minimum of 10 customers, now we know you're OG, now we know you're set up for business, now you've got a real business, and now you're going to be awarded what's called the Star Achievers pin, and it's going to have 12 stars. Now here's the important part you don't want to miss. Let's say you're on month 7. You've got your pin that has 6 stars, and you're waiting for your pin that has 7 stars, but for whatever reason, this month only 400 PV went through, not 450, or not 451, maybe 439, or it was below 450. What in the program, you start all over from month 1. It's got to be 12 consecutive months. Okay, it's the month consecutive. So let's say you've got your 6-star pin. Okay, so you've done it for 6 months. You've got your 6-star pin. You've maintained your minimum of 10 customers for 6 months. But if something happened, I don't know, on the 7th month and your credit card declined or one of the customers didn't order that month or whatever the reason is, it doesn't really matter, but you did not achieve the minimum of 450, then you don't get the 7th pin, the 7th thing, until you go 7 consecutive months. So now at the conventions and now when we do CJMs and when we do business briefings all over the world, you're going to start to see Organo Gold distributors wearing a pin, and some are going to have 3 stars. You know that they've maintained 10 customers for 3 months. You're going to see some with 4, some with 5, and eventually you're going to see a bunch of distributors that have these 12-star pins. Now, check this out. In the future, when our distributors have 12 stars, meaning they've maintained a minimum of 10 customers for 12 consecutive months, check this out. They go in Gold Magazine. They're going to go in Gold Magazine. Organo Gold is going to put a spotlight on these folks regardless of their rank, whether they're a consultant or whether they're a Ruby or even a Platinum distributor. It doesn't matter. They're going to go in Gold Magazine. Now, check this out. Can you think of someone that you might know that they may not have the skill sets or the leadership skills today to become a Sapphire even? They just have not developed the leadership skills. But think of that person and imagine that same person, what they can do is they could go get their 10 customers. They can go present and do CGMs, and everybody that says no, they can turn them into customers, and they can maintain their 10 customers over a 12-month period of time, and they will go into Gold Magazine. This is going to be one of the most exciting rewards and recognition programs that I've ever heard of, because now we allow everybody to participate and everybody to get recognized regardless of their rank. Okay? Now, I'll tell you one thing. You've got a distributor who gets their 12 stars, who gets their Star Achievers pin fully completed, and they get recognized and they're in Gold Magazine. I guarantee you that same person can go to Diamond. But that same person says, if I can maintain 10 customers for 12 months, I can teach anybody how to do this. And they start teaching people to have 10 customers and maintain them over a 12-month period of time. And that same person, now let me give you some ideas here. And again, I'm going to give you a hypothetical example. If you have a pen and piece of paper, it will be really good to start writing about right now, because this will give you an idea. I was doing a little bit of math, but hypothetically, okay? We can't make any claims. We don't know. Some are not going to do anything, and some are going to work hard, and some are going to quit, and some people are going to incubate. You know, we don't know. It's up to you, and it's up to your efforts, and it's up to your determination. It's up to your burning desire. What is your burning desire to do what you're going to do, because it's your business. Okay, but let me give you some examples. And I'm just saying hypothetically, is it possible over a period of time for a distributor to go out and enroll 10 distributors over a period of time? The answer is absolutely. It's also possible that they enroll 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It's possible that they enroll 100 distributors, and some have already done that. And it's also possible that they enroll 0 distributors, because many have done that too. But in this hypothetical example, I want to show you what happens with the Star Achievers program if we're just talking about the duplication of people over time, of distributors over time, getting 10 distributors and showing them how to go get their 10 customers. Okay, that's the example that I want to show you. So the example is going to be, for example, on your front line. So if you draw a circle, and for example, on your front line, just write the number 10, meaning that you've got your 10 distributors, and you not only have your 10 customers, but you're teaching everyone, you know what, everybody that says no to the opportunity, sign them up as a customer and service them as a customer. And so on your first level in this hypothetical example, okay, that's 4,500 speed in extra PV that wasn't there before. 4,500 on your first level. When this duplicates down one level, there's 100 people, because if 10 who have 10, that's 100. That's an extra 45,000 PV, and that's enough volume to get you to Ruby. Did you hear that? You're Ruby just from your second level. This is absolutely phenomenal. And this is additional retail volume. This is not including the rest of the comp plan. We're just talking retail PV here. We're not talking fast starts and dual team and all of that other stuff. We're just talking about retail. Okay? On the third level, in this hypothetical example of 10 who get 10 who get 10, there's 1,000 distributors, 450 PV if those distributors are just maintaining their 10 customers. On average, 10 customers, 450,000 PV. You are a hair away from Blue Diamond volume on your third level of business. I hope you guys are getting excited about this, the potential of what this program is going to do. And then finally on your fourth, because I'm not going to go down the 9 levels, but a fourth level of duplication of just 10 distributors, getting 10 distributors who have 10 customers only, just the extra customer volume, you're on the verge of becoming a crown ambassador with 4.5 million PV, 4.5 million PV on your fourth level of this program. So that's the importance of that steady, repeat customer. And what I'm talking about here, the Star Achievers program, is available all over the world. So if you're building in other parts of the world, they can start building this month with their minimum of 450. So here's what I'm going to do. You know, I really want everyone to really pay close attention, because as you're doing your CGMs, it's your business. This is Organo Gold is your business. And I want to encourage you to really, you know, show up to win. You know, show up in your business to win. Can you imagine? And what's happening, and we're seeing this quite often. This is one of the reasons why we wanted to put this recognition program together, because a lot of distributors are going out and they're doing the CGMs, and people want to buy product, but the distributor doesn't have product. You know, they ordered 101 PV. They ordered because the company said you got to order a minimum of 101, so they're ordering 102 PV, and you cannot run your business. You cannot service your customers. You cannot grow your business if you're focused on the minimums. You know, you cannot focus on the minimums. What you need to think about is how much product are you consuming every month, and write that number down in your household. How many samples are you handing out every single month, and write that number down. How many customers can you service every month, and write that number down. And how many brand new distributors are you going to start so you can give them at wholesale a box of black and a box of latte. And so set yourself up to win. And step one is have enough product to run your business. Have enough product to, what a concept. It's your business. And if you continue to do CGMs and you got new people started and nobody has product, you're setting everybody up to fail. And then people say, well, Organo Gold doesn't work. No, you weren't prepared to win. And so I want to encourage you to really think about your business moving forward. Really sit down and think about what is the necessary amount of product that you need to run your business, to grow your business. Just think about Organo Gold for a second. Do you think Organo Gold as a company is ordering every month just the minimum that Organo Gold needs to run our business? No, we're ordering a ton of product. We're ordering multiple containers in every country around the world. In all the 33 countries, they are fully stocked because we're in business. Could you imagine if every month you went to place your order and Organo Gold said, sorry, you got to give us 6 weeks because we got to order the product. You know, we've got to get that product overseas. You guys it would not be, but yet, why is it different for the distributors? So set your business up to win. Make sure you have enough product so that you can grow your business, so that you can go get your customers, which are all the people that say no to the business. That's your customer. So don't go looking for the customers. They're already there. Your customers are already staring you in the face when you're doing CGMs. If they are not joining your business from this day forward, that's your customer. If you're listening to this call, and some of you, and I know many of you are doing CGMs all over the world, and you're calling in from your CGMs, and you have guests in the room, all right? And some of the guests are going to say, well, I just want to become a customer. That's wonderful. And some of them are going to say, I want to know how I can get that product for free. So that's one, too. And some of the customers are going to be, or some of the prospects are going to be like me, and they're going to be like our distributors. And when we saw this opportunity, we said, oh, my, this is the most incredible opportunity we've ever seen. So we positioned ourselves in the business. So you either want to become a customer, or you want to learn how to get it for free, or you want to join the business. Either way is okay, but the minimum, become a customer. And so if you're a guest that just tuned into this call, or you're just listening in from a CJM, you know, the minimum, you may not see the opportunity tonight, but you need to become a customer and buy a box or two from the person that thought enough about you to introduce you to this concept, and support them by buying a box or two just one time. Just one time. Give us 1% of your trust. Just 1% of your trust that this product line is world-class. This product line is gourmet. This product line will make you feel good. When you drink our coffee, tea, hot chocolate, mocha, you will feel good. Trust us 1%, and let us earn the other 99% of your trust. All right? So I hope this is making sense to our distributors. I hope this call is making sense to our guests that are tuning in for the first time. But we have in front of us, we are beginning what's called Wave 2. Now, in Organo Gold's first 5 years, we started with nothing. You know, when Bernie Chua started this vision called Bringing the Treasures of the Earth to the People of the World, it was just an idea. It was just a vision. And step by step, we started putting things together. And then along came Holton Buggs, in my opinion, a genius when it comes time to marketing, a genius when it comes time to knowing how to treat a distributor, how to help a distributor go from nothing to something. Absolutely phenomenal. And so with that leadership team in place, we started to grow. Today, in our first 5 years, we have over 1 million distributors all over the world. In 5 years, now that's not, okay, that is not normal. You've got to admit there's something going on here. But check this out. We went from 0 to $1 million in 5 years. What do you think our next 5 years is going to look like, knowing what you now know about the company, knowing about the evidence, and the many, many, many millionaires, the many, 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 many millionaires that Organo Gold has taken from scratch to millionaire and even more. And so I'm so excited about this. I hope that you see it now.